Okay. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX. Draco! I shouted. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and we walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony? He asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts, which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness that I suddenly didn't feel mad anymore. And then, suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately, Draco climbed on top of me and we started to make out keenly against a tree. He took off my top and I took off his clothes. I even took off my bra. And then we put his thingy into my you-know-what and we did it for the first time. Oh, 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 I screamed. I was beginning to get an orgasm. We started to kiss everywhere and my pale body became all warm. And then, what the hell are you doing, you motherfuckers? It was Dumbledore! Chapter 6. Author's note. Stop flaming. If you flam, it means you're a prep or a poozer. The only reason Dumbledore was swore is cause he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for flaming and having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good boys. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX. Dumbledore made Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting angrily at us. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry, tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. How dare you, demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, because I love her. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad. Professor Snape said, fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs. Well, the teachers glared at us. Are you okay, Enobi? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair, and changed into a low-cut, black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom. He started to sing, I Just Want to Live, by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed, and after that we said good night, and he reluctantly went back into his room. Chapter 7. Author's note. Shits up, preps, okay? P.S. I will not update up till you give me good revolves. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXX. The next day I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skull over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings, 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. Suddenly someone bumped into me. All my blood spilled over the top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair and red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. He had a manly stubble on his chin, and a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him. Kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right, what's your name? I questioned. My name is Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days, he grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. We sat down to talk for a while, then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. Chapter 8. Author's note. Well, okay, guys, I'm only written this because I got 5 God reviews. And by the way, I won't write the next chapter until I get 10 God volumes. Stop flamming or I'll report ooh. Ebony isn't a Mary Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed for God's sake. XXXXXXXXXXXXZ666XXXXZ666XXXX. Draco and I held our pale white hand with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing a red sings on my nails and red nail polish. Author note. See, does that sound like a Mary Sue to ooh? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then he started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically, and he felt me up before I took off my top, and then I took off my black leather bra and he took off his pants. We went onto the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy thingy in mine, and we had sex. See, is that stupid? Oh, Draco, I screamed. I was getting an orgasm, and all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow going through it. On it, a bloody gothic writing with the words, Vampire. I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot! I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out, and until I did, I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker! I yelled. Chapter 9. Author's note. Stop flapping, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. XXXXX66666. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, smiled at me understandingly. She flipped her long waist-like gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and then her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her last name is Smith, not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. What is it you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire, I'm bi and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid crappy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco and started to bust into tears. Chapter 10. Author's note. Stop flamming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay, so it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. The scissors said he had a headache. The reason Snap doesn't lick Harry now is because he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks. XXXXXXX666XXX. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco cheated on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a sudden, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it wasn't obvious yet he was gothic. It was Voldemort! No, I shouted in a scared voice. Then Voldemort shouted, Imperious, and I couldn't run away. Crookshanks, I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony, he yelled, you must kill, no, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexa eyes and his gothic black hair, and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. And then I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him, and they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou dost not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude you are so retarded look on his face. I have telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if thou dost not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. And then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad that I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi! Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner like a kind of pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Jared Way. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said all depressed, and we went back to Hogwarts together making out. Short intermission. All right.